Hello, 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 beautiful. This is OKeba Anahata Ra, and I'm coming to you today with this Mama Monday. Listening to a little bit of that Sonia Jobereth. It's called Mama Muso. Yeah. Look up some information on her. She has a nice history. She's keeping the griot, the art of the griot alive among her people. Not by herself, of course. And she's a unique person in that you don't have many female griots. And so she's keeping the tradition alive. And the song that she's singing is in her traditional Malinke voice. The song, this particular song is called Mama Muso. It's a song in dedication to her grandmother, thanking her for everything she taught and the way she raised her and all the good that she gave to her. So it's a beautiful song, yeah. Even if you don't know the words of it, it's just a nice song. So I'm gonna turn it down a little bit as I'm doing this. How you doing? How are you doing? In your body, in your mind, in your spirit? How you holding up? It's a lot happening in the world, but how are you holding up? You standing strong? Are you standing strong? You giving your children encouragement, encouraging words, beautiful words each and every day? That's what we have to do. We have to speak light, right? Remember we talked about those ear gates and we talked about those eye gates, right? Putting the right things in their presence and always speaking light and life to our children, and no matter what's going on. Right? Your home, you create your own home environment. Your home is the world, the first world that they enter every day. Every morning they wake up in it. All right. So today I want to speak about teaching your children about self-reliance. Self-reliance. And let me just give a quick definition. Self-reliance is the ability of oneself to take care of oneself, to do basic things for yourself. Now, we know about this already, in dealing with children. Of course, that's what you teach them to do. How to, wash their bodies, how to wipe themselves properly, when they're little, and how to brush their teeth properly, comb their hair, and even make their own food items, pouring juice and making, sandwiches, whatever. You're teaching them these basic things, doing their laundry, etc., and cooking. I teach my boys how to cook. Ooh, my son said that he gets down in that kitchen, girl. Ooh. That's a good one. teach your sons and your daughters how to cook. And I shape first. That's a vital thing. Everyone needs to know how to feed him or herself. That's absolutely true. Anyway, but self-reliance. I want to speak about self-reliance in another aspect of life, and that is in terms of the fullness of your health. And this is a great time to really discuss this and to talk about this, because as this pandemic thing is going on, we are increasingly at a point where we can't necessarily go to doctors and dentists and your hairstylist, beautician, and all these other people who some of us rely on to take care of ourselves. Let me tell you, this body of yours, everything in and around it, is your responsibility. If you didn't know that, I'm sure you noticed. I'm probably just speaking to the choir, but it is your responsibility. And the earlier we teach our children that, the better off they'll be. To know that their bodies is their responsibility to take care of. Every part, their teeth, their hair, their skin, every part of them, they learn to take care of it. The reason why I got on this is because I started thinking about this. I was talking with someone, and I thought about, I was at the dentist. I was recalling this. I went to the dentist recently, and y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I have kind of an aversion to dentists. I don't like going to the dentist. Like, I'll go in there, and they may not see me for another 3 to 5 years. They don't. But I'm going to tell you, every time I go up in there, I get a clean bill of health. They always talking about my hygiene. That it is very like, wow, the hygiene good. I'm like, y'all must be seeing some terrible mouths. Like the way y'all keep talking about my teeth, I don't get it. But then again, I do, because I take a lot of care and responsibility in my teeth. And the point in getting this, when I say that I have an aversion to dentists, it started when I was very young. When I was about 9 or 10, I'm gonna give you a little story here. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, I went to the dentist, and I don't know what they were doing that day, whether they were training some hygienist or what, but they had 4 different people in my mouth, and they just tugging and stretching and and one of them, the one lady that had mercy on me, she put some Vaseline on my lips, but I had like splits and stuff in my lip from when they was all dry. I mean, just no mercy, no love of the small child here, and they wasn't caring for my mouth, and I was in so much pain. And then right after that, I had to ride down with my sister as we drove to Maryland. She was going to school. It was like homecoming, something was going on, but we had to take that trip down from New York to Maryland. It was, I don't know, maybe about 6 hours or so. The entire time I was in so much pain, y'all. I was in so much pain. And I vowed it. It was an emotional vow. I said, a charged, let me say, a charged emotional vow. I said, I will never go back to another dentist again. And being the type of home environment that I was from, nobody ever made me go back to the dentist again, okay? But after I got into my career, I decided I wanted to get braces. And, you know, as you may know, they're not going to put braces on you. The orthodontist is not going to put braces on you if you have not had a thorough examination from a dentist. So I had to go to one. I found this one somewhere out here, out in Georgia, Decatur, somewhere, whatever. And she was in there poking around all in my teeth. Don't let them poke up in your teeth. I was reading an article about that in a dentist's office, by the way, by a dentist, that stated that poking in the teeth actually primes your teeth for cavities. Don't let them poke around your teeth. Don't let them poke around your children's teeth either, right? It's a priming, so don't let them do that, like sticking it way in there like that. It's priming your teeth. Anyway, but my mouth was hurting, and I didn't like what she was doing. I said, I can't deal with this. But then I spoke with someone else, and they gave me a good referral to another dentist, and he was awesome. He was amazing. He was really, really good. He was a military dentist, right? Military dentist, and he was very good in my mouth. And the only, you know, but I'm gonna tell you, now this was after 15 years, okay? This was after 15 years when I went to this dentist, and no problems. Not a single cavity in my mouth, not a single one. The only issue I had was that same tooth, that filling that they put in my mouth when I was like 9 or 10 years old, that really continues to this day to give me problems. They put something in it, it lasts for some years, and then it cracks, and I wait a while or whatever, I'll get it fixed, but I've still been having problems with the same one over and over again. But but my point to you in saying that is, after all that time, I didn't have a problem with my teeth. And the point that I'm making here, when I made that vow as that 9, 10-year-old young lady, little girl, I also made a commitment to taking care of my teeth. I said, okay, that means I'm going to brush my teeth regularly. I'm going to make sure I brush it morning and evening. And if I've had like certain types of foods, I'm not going to let the stuff just sit in my teeth all day. I'm going to clean it out. I bought some fluoride, I know fluoride, there are issues with fluoride, but at that time, I got that act for my teeth. And I will still use that from time to time. I'm gonna just tell y'all, because it does do the job. Just get that stuff out your mouth, okay? Not for the little ones though. I put that on my teeth and let it sit there, you know, and I was doing that. So I made a commitment to my teeth. I paid attention to them. If I felt pain, I would stay off that side. I would brush it really well, even using things like peroxide to clean it out. I would clean my mouth and keep it well. And every time I go back, I have a clean bill of health. And so I was doing this at a very young age. And so what I'm communicating to you is that your young children can learn those things very early in life, and to understand that, listen, it's not the dentist's job to take care of your teeth, right? It's not the doctor's job to take care of your body. It's not the beautician's job to take care of your hair. It's not anybody's job, right? It's your job. This is all your responsibility, and teaching them that early, in impressing that upon them very early. And so one of the ways we start doing that is by doing it ourselves, by having that as a mindset. Oh, I'm getting healthy. I'm learning about what foods work in my body and what doesn't work for me. Check out my video where I talked about that. What works in my body and what doesn't. What works for my hair? What works for my skin? What's agreeing with my body? Every time I eat this, I get like some gas. Oh, that, you know what? That's telling me something's not agreeing. I need to look into this. Maybe I don't need to put that in my body. Start showing and teaching your children to be mindful. Your body gives you signs. You get signs all over the place. If you're breaking out, your skin's not clear, all of those are signs. Itching in the body, flares up, extra weight gain after you've been trying to, all of those things are signs. So teaching them that, and it's a learning process for all of us. We, in this society, we don't grow up learning that. You know, that's like, some of that stuff is like Chinese medicine, which is something beautiful and wonderful to study, to learn more about that, so you can kind of see some deep rooted, they did deal with it on a very deep level, you know what I mean? But even on a basic level, these are things that we can begin doing with our children, so that they grow up with a mindset of, this is my body and I must take care of it. I go to those others in those white coats when there is a real need. If there's something that I cannot analyze, you know, I might need some of the equipment to see beneath the surface what's going on, you know, every now and then. But most of the time I deal with some holistic doctors and healthcare, healthcare. I don't like to say the word practitioner, but you know what that means. That means the folks are practicing on you. Hold the story there, right? So that's what I want to leave you all with, is about teaching our children how to be self-reliant. And that starts with us, right? Not saying that my children are perfect. They are not. Some children just get it and they start doing those things. And other children, you have to drill it over and over again. And you're the one who has to be disciplined to get them to do it, right? is cultivating discipline in you. But either way, you know, in the end, we all come out beautiful and blessed and growing. We have growth beyond it. Our son who went off to college, all those things we had to fuss with him about, he's doing them automatic. And he's fussing about his roommates who are not doing those things, those basic things, washing the dishes and getting the laundry together and cleaning up after themselves. And all these basic things that we drilled in. He was talking about, I was like, man, I was like, see, now you got to live with that, with other people who don't do those things. So anyway, teach your children about self-reliance. It's a beautiful thing to teach them. And that's it for now. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who you think might want to see it. And until next time, be beautiful. Be beautiful inside and out. All right, peace.